My mom dresses so slutty. Her boobs and butt are hanging out all over the place. It's disgusting.
My mom dresses so sleazy that people have actually mistaken her for being a hooker.
My mom is kind of chunky, but that doesn't stop her from squeezing into a size 3 miniskirt just to get some attention.
Well, the moms are here to say they think that they look good. Actually, most of the moms don't really care what their kids have to say about it. Now, how do the children feel? That's always important. Today we're going to talk to young women, and they are young, who say, you know, I'm kind of embarrassed and I'm humiliated and I'm angry because I think my mom dresses and acts too sexy for their own good. I'd like you to meet 11-year-old Jessica, and this is 14-year-old Linda. Aren't they pretty? Yeah. Now, we don't have kids on without their mother and their mother's permission. Jessica's mom's Karen, and Linda's mom's also Linda. So we've got the older Linda and the younger Linda. They're waiting backstage, and they will be joining us shortly. First, let me start with you, Jessica. You told us that the way your mom dresses and acts is really a serious problem for you. Tell me what you mean.
Sometimes my mom, you know, she has these clothes that are inappropriate, but, you know...
Now, you're 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
going on 40. I mean, I didn't know the word appropriate when I was 11, so mom is inappropriate. Go ahead.
Well, she has these, you know, clothes. She has these shorts that are really... she cut the sides of them so they go up to here, and she has this shirt. It's a Playboy bunny shirt, and she did her hair up yesterday and stuff to look real nice. You know, she went downstairs. She wanted to make all the girls jealous and look at her funny. And this shirt, her boobs were hanging out and everything, and it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. What about the way mother acts? Does that embarrass you?
Yeah, it does.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, last night's an example. Last night,
You were here in the hotel.
the hotel, and my mom, she was acting very weird. She, let me think again. She was, you know, she had those clothes on, right? And she, well...
Is this embarrassing for you to tell me?
Kind of.
Okay, I'll sit next to you. Come on, tell me what happened. Mom was acting kind of funny with the clothes.
Well, she went out, and, well, she had these, you know, she went out, and she was going out with one of her friends, and, you know, they went this, she brought home a fireman and a police officer.
Brought him home.
Brought him home to our hotel, and she.
Did she bring him up to the room?
Yeah, she brought this fireman. He was like.
Shh! Don't embarrass her. She won't talk to me. So she brought him up. Did she bring him up to the bedroom?
Yeah, they were making a lot of noise, and I'm like.
Were you in the bed? Were you in the bedroom?
Well, yeah, she was there. She was standing in the doorway, and they're like laughing and telling jokes, and I'm like, I stood up and said, "Mom, leave me alone. Go outside, do something." And she's like, she's standing there. Oh, Jessica, don't be such a sport.
Wow. Well, at least you're laughing about it, right? But was it embarrassing?
It was. It was very embarrassing.
Did anything else happen, or did they leave?
Yeah. Well, first she said, she came up to me and she goes, "Oh, Jess," and she goes, his name was Jeff or something like that. And, you know, she introduced me to him, and I was like, I don't care. I'm in bed. I'm laying in bed, and she's bringing home this guy she doesn't even know.
Right. So it's more than the clothes, right? Linda, can you relate to her situation?
Yes, I can. Like, my mom acts the same way. She's always like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it? Can you give me some examples of what bothers you?
Well,
Did Mother bring anyone to the hotel room last?
No, she didn't go out.
Okay.
For instance, one time, New Year's Eve, she went out. She was wearing the dress that she's wearing today, and it was tight and everything.
Is it her dress?
No, it's my sister's dress. My sister's a size 3.
She took your sister's dress and went out on New Year's Eve?
Right.
Is it tight?
Really, my sister wears a size 3.
Yeah, that's tight. Is Mom little too?
No.
Mom's not little. Uh-huh. Do your friends give you a hard time?
Yes, they do.
I would think so. It's really been upsetting, I think, to the kids. What do the kids say? What do your friends say?
Well, they're like, my boyfriends, they think my mom's really sexy. My boyfriend, he thinks my mom's real sexy, and, you know...
You're 11? Do you have, is this a steady boyfriend?
He's a friend, boyfriend.
Just friend?
Yeah.
Like, when I babysit for my mom, when she goes out, I don't like to stay there by myself, so I have my friends stay over. And, like, when my mom's getting ready to leave and everything, after she leaves, they're like, why does she act like that? Why does she wear stuff like that?
Yeah.
You
So
know?
you know what I mean when you get embarrassed.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we bring your moms out? Please welcome Jessica's mom, Karen. Mom, Linda. I see what you mean. It's, yeah. Okay. Karen, you've been listening to your daughter backstage, and she's honestly kind of upset with you. You've admitted to us that you don't particularly care if she's upset? Is that what you said?
Well, it's not that I don't care. I'm a single mother. I look good. I feel good about myself. And why can't I? It's not that I don't care. I can't believe you said that about the firemen.
It's true. Hey.
Mal.
Has she expressed to you how she feels?
Yes. She doesn't like me going out. She doesn't like me wearing clothes like this.
She doesn't like... These are your clothes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what I wear when I go out.
All right. What's going on in your head? What do you think? I mean, like, we already know about the firemen, so you might as well... What happens?
What happens? I go out, I dress like this, and I go out, and once I get out, all the guys are just...
Hey.
It works for me, you know. I have a good time. I get my drinks bought for me. I get taken on trips. I get to go out. I don't have to spend a penny.
Yeah, but wait.
Absolutely nothing.
She says, Jessica sometimes says that you put your social life ahead of the family. Do you think that's true?
Maybe just a little bit sometimes.
A little bit sometimes. Okay. And it's not just how you dress, but also how you act that bothers her. She says you party a lot. Do you party a lot?
Yes, I do.
Okay, why do you party a lot?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yes. I'm single. I'm not married anymore. I have no one to answer to but her.
Okay, well, wait.
Wait a minute. I take care of my responsibilities.
It's a good question. What you just
have
said?
a son, too.
Yes, I have
how
an
old are you?
18-year-old.
My son...
How old are you? How old is Mom?
She is 33.
30? Now, Karen, your daughter says that you...
What the hell for? They're standing up by themselves. Looks like you need a Wonder Bra.
Go ahead.
The role of a mother is to raise her child, raise her daughter. What you're doing is setting a bad example for your daughter. You're bringing... Wait a second. You're bringing... Excuse me, wait a second. You had just say, let me speak. Okay, you're bringing a man home who you just met into a hotel room. Okay, she's 12 years old. She needs to be raised and taught properly. Whatever. She needs to be raised and brought up properly. The daughter emulates her mother. What kind of example are you setting for her doing what you're doing?
Go ahead.
I brought the guy up just to have a drink.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear about having no drink.
We had a drink, so what? You're just...
The key to motherhood is to raise your kids to a grown age where they take care of themselves.
Look at my daughter, she's absolutely
that child
beautiful.
Is only 11 years old. Be a mother and stop trying to be a
sit
little
down.
child.
I am a mother. Do you have any children?
Besides the hotel room, Karen, your daughter says you've gone topless in front of her a few times. You think that's a good idea?
At the beach.
At the beach.
All right, Sally, let me tell you the
sitting on
story.
the beach.
What
Let me tell you
happened?
the story. We're over here. I'm in my bathing suit, and I'm playing in the stand with her girlfriend who was sitting there. We're playing in the stand. There's all these guys sitting over here in a corner, blasting the music, looking over at my mom. You know, they keep on looking. You know, she's a very attractive woman.
Right.
But anyway, these guys, you know, they're looking over there, making noises and whistling and howling and making fools of themselves. And Mom, to make it more noticeable, she takes her top off, and all these guys are going, whoa!
Aha. Linda, your daughter is equally upset with you. What's your reaction to what she's been saying?
She can be quiet.
Excuse me? No. You're trying to set a good example for me, okay? And I don't think you're setting any.
Oh, don't go off on me. I took, and for all these years, I've raised you. I don't dress like this, usually. I took, and just recently, I started dressing like this, and now she's upset.
Why?
I got in trouble just the other day for not telling you where I was. I didn't think I feel when 3 o'clock comes on a Friday night, and I don't know where the hell you are.
I'm usually at home. Wait a minute. Usually what happens is I go out on a Friday night, one night a week. I take, the bar closes at a certain time, and then and I'm home.
Do you work in the bar? Or you...
No.
You're going to the bar.
I go to the bar, have fun.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it. I can understand her going out sometimes and then, you know, having fun and everything, but it's every single weekend, and I don't like the way she dresses, and she's trying to set a good example for me, and I don't think it's that good.
No, I don't.
I understand when y'all get older, you want to look young for yourself. But you have to understand, what happens when your child gets 14 to 15 years old and she ain't dressing like you, and a guy come along and rape her? You know who's going to be fault? It is yours. You're not giving no example. Well, when she gets older than that and she starts dressing like a tramp, you know what's going to happen? And because this is a crazy world we live in. People will get raped dressed like that. You're not safe either. You might get raped, and you really do not look nice. You really don't.
I care what you say. I look nice. I feel good about myself. That's all that matters.
Yes.
I just want to say that at one time I was a single mom, and I had a daughter. My daughter's now 23 and married. I was a little skinnier, and I did dress nicely, but there's a time and a place for everything. And I just want to say, this lady, this is a nice dress. However, you look like 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack.
Well.
And as
What you're saying is it's inappropriate.
as a woman, this is the 90s, and you should celebrate being a woman. But tastefully. There's a way to do it, ladies. It's tastefully, and that's not it.
Yes, sir. Man's point of...
I think what we're hearing now is that children in their formative years prefer the more traditional mother, the apron type. I know I did growing up.
I did too, and that's what it was about.
But that's not to say that you're not entitled. Please let me finish. It's not to say that you're not entitled to your own happiness and your own lifestyle. I just say, I mean, you have it. but don't flaunt it, especially in front of your children and your children's friends.
How can you hide it?
I think flaunting it is a really good phrase. When we come back, we're going to hear from a young woman who says her mother also dresses so sleazy that people mistake her for a hooker. And later on, we're going to give the daughters a chance to make their moms over from head to toe. It's gonna be interesting. Don't go away.
This is it.
In case you were just flicking around the dials there and joined us, we've been talking to daughters who really, you can see the pain in their faces. They feel embarrassed that their mothers dress so sleazy and embarrassed to be seen with them, and in many cases, embarrassed by their actions, because it's not just the clothes. I'd like you to meet Angelique. Angelique, you're a bit older, aren't you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
24. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, so 7 of us all together.
7 in the family. Angelique says that her mother, Barbara, is Barbara a grandmom?
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old.
Grandma dresses so flashy, so outrageously, that people have mistaken her for a lady of the night, right?
Yeah.
Woman who sells her favors.
Yeah.
Angelique's mom is Barbara, and she's backstage, and she's going to be joining us in a while, saying no. Angelique, are you too embarrassed by the way Mom dresses?
Well, I'm not as embarrassed as I used to be. When I was growing up, I was really embarrassed.
So you understand what the two girls are saying, but now you're 24, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I can relate to them in a way because of what I've been through, but it's like I'm older now, so I can kind of relate to the way my mother dresses, but every day it is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
You know,
What is it like now that you're 24? I mean,
well, like
how
I
do
said,
you feel?
we go out and things, so it's like I might wear certain type of clothes, you know, like
You look very
won't-
discreet to me.
Huh?
You look nice to me.
Well, this is the type of clothes I usually wear. My mother doesn't wear this type of stuff, but it's tight. I usually don't wear tight
Right.
stuff all the time. Every now and then I might. And it's like my mom, since I was a baby, she's always, you know, been the flamboyant type.
With
you know.
7 children?
7 children.
And grandchildren?
2 grandchildren.
2 grandchildren.
My brother, he's 25. He has a son, and then I have a son.
Now, how does she dress? What does she wear that's...
Ooh, lace stockings all the time, fishnet stockings, high heels, bustiers. She has the long hair all the time, the long nails, practically naked, exactly, at times. Well, majority of the time, practically naked.
When you go out, does she get a lot of attention?
Oh, she gets a lot of attention, a lot.
All right, who would like to meet Angelique? Barbara, come on out. Maybe, maybe we ought to change the definition of what mother or grandmother. You agree? Did your grandmother look like that? My grandmother didn't look like that. Barbara, you've been listening backstage. What's your reaction? I saw you shaking your head wildly.
But you know what? First of all, I don't look at myself like that.
Okay.
I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. Also, I'm the type of person, I've always wanted to be an actress or a model.
Okay.
So that's the way I carry myself. It's not for to look for a person. I don't have a lot of friends. You know, I just enjoy looking good to me. That's all it's about. It's not that. It's not about that.
Are the other 7, any one of the 7 kids also embarrassed by the way?
All of them.
You know what? They tell me, they say, Mama, you dress a little too sexy.
She goes to
But
the store like
that's
this.
the way I dress. I drive.
Just last week, she took the kids skating, and when she went to pick them up, she came in with this fur coat on and these heels and lace stockings. It's like, what, 30 degrees, real cold? But she had this mini skirt on all the way up here. My sisters, it was what, 4 of them, the 4 girls and my younger brother. All of them ended up going through the side door and met her at the van because they didn't want anybody to know that was their mother.
I have no problem with that.
Actually, I think you're a very attractive woman, don't you? Angelique, you said your mother goes to clubs and does a crazy dance.
Oh, yeah. I can show you, but I need a volunteer.
Can they play the music?
I need some music and I need a volunteer. Where's the music? I need a volunteer. Can I have a volunteer? This is it. This is it.
Mom's got rhythm. I mean, you can say what you want. Mom's
I didn't have
got
to do
rhythm.
anything.
I wish every woman in America could dance like that. Go ahead.
All right, let me tell you something.
Yes.
The 2 of you, the one in the blue and the one in the black, right? Don't act like 16-year-olds. Your daughters behave more older than you are.
Yes.
I'm serious. You should let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. Put a pair of pants on and a shirt and hide that free willy ass of yours.
Let's get Free Willy. Wait. Let's get a little control here. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Just because you go to the store and you can find these stuff in your size, it does not mean you should wear them. First of all.
I got the courage to wear. What about you?
Get some self-respect. All you see is rules. You have more than a bakery.
Free Willy and a bakery. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, but my mother is a single mother, and she had to raise me and my sister, and she's a beautiful woman, and she likes to go out, and she does, but there's a limit. You know, she looks great and she feels great, but you guys look like pigs.
Wait a minute, come on. Oh, pigs? We look like pigs? You wish you could look this good. Give me a break.
Yes, that's the point. You can look good. You really can without being terribly obvious. Now just give me a shot here.
And some of you don't even look good. Like the one in the black and white, you go and you think you look good, but look at you.
All right, now wait, we got the guys behind you going like this, and we've got you going like this. So I don't think it's a matter of sex. I want to tell you what we're going to do. We've asked young Linda, Jessica, and Angelique to come up with kind of a fantasy vision of how they would really prefer their mothers to dress. And it isn't June Cleaver, so don't get crazy. Now, you've met Cynthia Raphael, who's our personal stylist here on the show. Okay. And she and Richard Penna are going to see if we can make the kids' fantasies come true. So, moms, I'm going to send you away for a little while. Everyone take a good look at the women. They're going to come back totally transformed. Have fun. Have you ever wondered what happened to the other people we've had on the show? who really had problems with the way their children or their mothers looked, okay? So we're going to update you. These are people from an earlier show. The daughter said her mother dressed slutty then. Now, had things changed? We did this whole thing? No, the daughter says the mother's totally out of control, sleazier than ever, even hitting on her friends. Their story next. How would you handle it if your mom dressed and acted younger and sexier than you? This is a subject that my next two guests know very well. I want you to meet Dara, and sitting next to her is Tracy. Now, both these young women have appeared on our show before, and they were joined by their very sexy moms who were giving them a lot of problems. Dara, you last appeared on our show with your mom, Teresa, and it was 3 years ago. I said 2 years ago. At that time, you were very embarrassed and upset at the way Mom dressed, right? Let's take a look at a clip that we found from 3 years ago. In grade school, I was embarrassed. I want her to look like everyone else. A normal mother stays home and bakes cookies. Oh, no, my
Wait
goodness.
a minute, I have to interject there. I was a single parent for 8 years, and I was a young parent, obviously.
Yes, she was.
I was the one that always took the girls to the brownies. I was the brownie leader. We had sleepovers at our house. I drove them to the movies. I went to the movies.
But she
listened
took
to
them
their
to the brownies
music.
in these dresses.
Well, I got to tell you that that's one of the hardest shows I've ever done. I didn't know which was the mother and which was the daughter. Tracy, you and your mother, Elaine, were on our show 6 months ago, and you were dealing with the same issue, right? Let's take a look at this clip.
I'm worried about what's going to happen to her now as far as the chance of her getting raped. The way she acts sometimes, the way she dresses. I mean, she's provoking these people. She was already in a situation where she could have been raped. She could have been attacked by this man.
Where was this?
And it's not just that, but also when she's 60 years old, you know, she's going to be getting older. Where are these young guys going to be then?
Well, where are they? We invited you back because we wanted to find out if things got better or worse since your last appearance, and your mothers are here as well. So why don't we bring them out? Please welcome Dara's mother, Teresa, and Tracy's mother, Elaine. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it wonderful what's happened to the world? Tracy, you told us things have gotten even worse with the way Mom dresses and acts. Can you, what's been happening that's really bothered you?
Well, it's not changed much. She does still, it is getting a little better as far as she dresses like this when she still goes out and things. She doesn't quite wear it as much when she goes to the store or the local mall. She's not dressing quite as bad then. But,
you know what? I love the fact that I have absolutely no influence on my children or anyone else. I mean, didn't doing the show and hearing people, in your head, was there any changes? No.
To me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made a lot of changes. I've mailed out some surprises. I don't want to bother her about it. I don't make her upset.
Right.
Because most of the time when I wear something like this that I have on now, I usually do a show. So I wear stuff like this.
What kind
well,
of show?
It's karaoke.
Karaoke.
I do karaoke shows. I MC shows. So
Right.
it's more like, you know, you kind of dress with sequins.
But
That's right. No, I'm just kidding.
she's the only one left in the world that doesn't have a talk show, so it's about her time.
Maybe that's next.
But do you feel she's gotten any better?
Yes, and it doesn't embarrass me quite as
Good.
bad, except for now, like over at my boyfriend's house, his parents are a little bit older, a little bit more conservative, and he's the deacon of the church. His father is.
Well, I try to be. Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I have respect for
Your prospective in-laws, he's the deacon of a church, and you're the karaoke lady? God bless.
I guess we're totally the opposite there, aren't we?
All right. What's been happening with you?
Well, Sally, first of all, I'd like to thank you for having us on your show the first time. Our experience turned out to be a very positive one.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you.
I think that dealing with the other guests on your show, it made me re-examine my own life and come to the realization that the bottom line is I have a very loving and vibrant mother that's always been there for me. And this mother-daughter relationship is probably going to be one of the most important ones I have in this lifetime, so I better start appreciating it.
That's exactly right. And I think, any changes in your life? I think you look terrific.
I've just gotten busier. I have a local talk show on our local cable.
See, I told you. Couldn't happen to a nicer lady. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd just like to say to young Linda, I don't know if your father is around or in your life or anything, but if he's not, please go find him, because your mother is leading you down the long path of no good.
Yes, ma'am.
For the first little girl, she's very mature for her age. The second little girl, your mother should listen to you. She sees that you're crying and crying your eyes out. She's just very disrespectful. She's very disrespectful. She shouldn't understand and realize that she has a young daughter there, and you're gonna mock everything you see her do. Your mother should wake up. Wake up, mother. Wake up. It's time to wake up. You have a daughter there, you know? She's crying and carrying her.
She was, and she was really upset, wasn't she?
Yeah, really
You could
upset.
see
And her
it, I
mother
know.
just looked at her as if she was a nobody.
Do you have anything to say to the three girls, because you've been there?
I have a few things to say to the mothers.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll have to bring the mothers back. Yes.
The young girl at the end.
Yeah.
Her mother has got a nice, beautiful body, but if she was dressed like the blonde over here, I think she would be more appropriate. They would look at, and you would be as offensive as your mother's saying she would look like a hooker.
Exactly. She'd look fine. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, for the first little girl, your mother really, I'm sure she loves you and all, but I mean, bringing men to the hotel room for drinks, I mean, I know, but you know what I'm saying, right? It embarrassed you and everything, you didn't like it. And you know, I really felt sorry for you because you cried and everything. And your mother should wake up and realize that if she's hurting your feelings, it's only gonna hurt her in the end, because she's gonna need you one day. And you're gonna be like, step, okay?
When we return, you're going to see what I hope is a good transformation of Linda and Karen and Barbara. We'll find out if they're prepared to give up the spandex and the lace and the glitter. Don't go away.
Forward, Sally. Where is my mom?
Joined us and you're wondering what's going on. With all the yelling and screaming, there are young women here who feel very embarrassed because their moms dress more like hookers than mothers and really would like the mothers somehow to look different. We sent Linda and Jessica and Angelica's mom backstage for a total makeover, and the daughters had some pretty specific ideas about how they wanted their moms to look. So let's see if we got even close to what they want. This was Jessica's mom, Karen, earlier in the show. And here she is now. Karen, come on out. This is young Linda's mother, Linda. Let's take a look at her now. Linda, come on out. Angelica's mom, Barbara. Angelica, you ready? Barbara, come on out. Jessica, what do you think?
Forward, Sally. Where is my mom?
Linda, what's your reaction?
She looks great.
Doesn't she? What's your reaction?
I think she looks good.
Angelica? Angelica, you're just staring at mom. Doesn't she
got on pants that aren't sticking to her.
Well, let me tell you what we did. We did a whole, I think, head trip on the mothers. And I know, I have a feeling it won't sit. For example, would you wear something like that?
Yeah.
You really would?
I wear things like this occasionally.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, did you get your hair cut? liked your haircut? You look unbelievable. And how do you feel? Well, you know what we did? We went to the new Dana Buckman store, right? Did they talk to you about the philosophy of dressing at all? Did anybody talk to you about it? Did Cynthia talk? Because you got to start Zippo with your wardrobe, don't you? I mean, if you're going to do that. We know the daughters are happy. You feel all right? Okay, good. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You and I were talking a bit during the break. What's on your mind? What do you think?
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the women. They seem to have done a very good job with these two young women, even though they're having problems at the moment. And it reflects society's difficulty in dealing with any sexual energy that not just women, but a sainted mother might have. And while the fathers are not around, and it's acceptable for the fathers to be going off playing the field, it's totally unacceptable for women, and particularly mothers, to acknowledge that they do have sexual needs and a lot of sexual energy.
She caught that, and this is Dr. Gilda Carl, and she's our relationship expert. She did very well. What is really going on here? When a mother acts sexy, we got a problem with that,
We
don't
sure do. That
and
lady
a
was
grandmother,
right on.
my goodness, a grandmother who acts
Oh, terrible thing. Well, you know something? Here are these women who were divorced, and when they got divorced, they started to question their own sexuality. Am I desirable? Am I lovable? Who's going to want me? And so maybe some of them did go overboard. But I'll tell you something. Now, looking at the stage, where's Peg Bundy?
Exactly.
But you know something? I'm very concerned about you bringing home men. I mean, while we're talking about the Bundys, I mean, Ted Bundy may be lurking somewhere, and, you know, you have to be very, very careful. And your daughter is right on target. She's very concerned. And here's this young lady, and she is crying. And I am so concerned about her. The question that I have is, don't you think you look magnificent now?
Only one thing.
But wait, you know, the same guys who came up here to dance with the ladies up here are the same guys who are saying, you know, women, you look better this way. So what do you want as men is the question that I have.
That's absolutely, yes, sir. What do you want as men?
Right, you.
Go ahead.
Well, as a man, I would say that looking sexy and looking slutty is two different things.
Oh, good. That's right.
When you have underage children, you have to act like a mother.
That's right.
I think
I
think we're seeing two different things here. Here are these mature, grown-up women, and here are, you know, sweet young daughters who are very worried about their mothers being too sexy. And then again, we have these young girls who are having their own budding sexuality.
It's a makeover we've done before, revisiting us when we return.
Doctor.
Yes, okay, now everybody, you're the guy that ran up when the woman was dancing, and this gentleman said something about how important it is with the children. But you know what? This woman said you meet a nicer class of men if you are dressed more attractively like that. What do you think?
I like to say mother to mother, excuse me, mom to moms. What I'd like to say is that I understand that you want to dress sexy, you want to go out, you're single moms, but you have to put yourself aside and think of your daughters. Because you lived your life. They didn't ask to be born, and you have to set the example for them. They have enough problems growing up, and they have to worry about you and I think that's disgusting. They got
Wait,
schoolwork to worry about. and
Let me
everything
suggest
else.
that we find a balance here, because they not only have to worry about their daughters, which you're right about, but they also have to present themselves as desirable women, because their lives are not over either yet.
That's right.
So, yeah.
But isn't there a way of being desirable and also appear? I mean, can't you be sexy in just about anything?
Yeah. Just about.
Just
It's in the eyes of the beholder, right, guys?
Exactly. All right, take a break. We'll be right back. I'd like to thank Gilda Carl and I think the best makeover team in all of television. And I have to thank one of my favorite designers for the wonderful clothes the women are wearing. New store, her name is Dana Buckman, American designer, timeless. I happen to be wearing one of her designs right now, and she's here in New York. And by the way, Dana wanted to get the mothers started, so we've done something we've never done before. Those clothes are yours. They're $1,000-some-odd, and your daughters have to wear them. And I want to make sure that you realize how much your daughter, do you love your daughter? Yes. Would you give her a big hug for me? Thank you. Make sure mother wears those clothes.